Okay, I want to make this a good one. I was just thinking that before I said that. It was like take 2, but now it's take 3. I want to make this a good one. And it's just a train of thought plus more, so I honestly can't guarantee it. I do apologize. I want to make it quick, but I want to focus in on my level of feeling and everything I experienced, and that could take a long time and definitely go on a tangent because there is so much to discuss, but I want it to sound cohesive for you, so I'm trying. But it is my thoughts and feelings plus many more, and so we have to talk slowly, but then sometimes we are fast because we're trying to absorb, and there's so much feeling. So to be able to digest it and then vocalize it. So I guess that's where you will hear my pitches go up and down, and I am experiencing extreme levels of sadness and pain. So I have to hold that in, but it's more like transmute because I already know what that pain feels like. And I'm not saying that I understand that we shared the exact same experience, because we did not. My experiences have been very mild compared to some of the most brutality. They also want to remind me that I've also had extreme torture, but so have many, especially when you think like, oh, little me, I guess my life wasn't so bad. So please recognize, and many of us are so humble and we think, oh, we're okay and we can handle it and withstand so much, and we can and we do. But it's important for me to make sure everybody recognizes that they have to, and that those experiences that you've experienced were not okay, even if no one saw them, and even if you felt like it wasn't a bad enough experience to make you feel that you would experience so much sadness, I guess, in the future. And so what I mean is, if you experience something that fractures you, and by fracture it means that it was an intense happening and you had no control over how you were left with the situation. So when the pieces are left behind, you don't have control of the explosion, and any pieces that you can recover, if you're able, the rest is shattered. But you weren't able to control the shattered pieces because you were shattered. So we hope that you don't undermine any of your experiences, because they did matter, and that regardless of anyone else's perception, even our own, on what we think a level of torture that we've experienced or not. What we may think that we've experienced was the most mild compared to someone down the street, it actually fractured us just the same, if not more, but in different directions. So please do not take your pain as it did not matter, because everybody's pain matters. And now we're going to move on to something I wanted to talk about first, but we keep changing our train of thought. But there's so much to say. I have so much I want to say. Okay, but real quick, because it's getting late. It is that the real time? Sorry, we have like a couple different numbers going on. We don't know. It's late. And before it gets to August, we want to talk about July 31st. Hopefully we make it in time. I was at the mansion. Well, today I'm at the mansion. I was there yesterday. And then this morning I got to go to the Asylum and do a tour with Ted. And it was great. We love Ted Martin. I've said it a trillion times. I'm going to stand by it for this. We're going to stamp Ted for all eternity as a great masculinity. We love and miss the people that he's known, that he's lost. And I hope that they become established enough with some security so that I can start talking to all of Ted's friends in town and helping them write their books and get the truth put down if they want to. And so I just want to know you and your experiences and help gather information, because I like that, and also I like you. Seriously. And I want to give a banging performance, but I want to give it truthfully to the best of my ability. And also, wouldn't it be so sweet if we were like, imagine so, or here's this, Ted's like, picture this, it's true. And there's so many experiences. We have theme nights and everything, because there's so much to experience. That's a side note, tangent. But keep it in your back pocket for business. Today I met a fabulous 4. They were so cool. Those are the kind of 4 that you want to have come in on a tour with you. Really, every single one of them, there are 4 of them, they had good intention, positive intention for being there. Let's talk about intention real quick. By that, I just meant they were interested and curious in the experience. That's all I could say about them, because I don't know them personally. I didn't really get to chat too much, but we know that some were interested in the beyond, some were there just for the history, some were there for both, some were there, they didn't really know why, and they're just here because it's historic and it's cool, and they wanted to know more because they had done a bit research and they didn't want to be misled. So, I just thought they're fabulous. Anybody that comes in there is fabulous, but this is, they didn't want to sneak up some creep out shit. Sorry, just wrong record. As we get to experience Ted, and we get to figure out real stuff that's happened with TV crews and more, and we recognize what you've done to the building and more, we don't like it. So it's really refreshing when we get cool peeps. We're just like, this is so sweet. Yeah, it really was. And I want to talk about donations. Our lovely Naja Mama, she's my Hungarian lovely for Evs. I'm not talking about her race, her nationality, because I honestly don't know, but she is my bestie now. I'm her angel, and she doesn't even know it. And she's mine, and I definitely know it. Either way, she is lovely. She left an imprint on me that I'll never forget. She left a beautiful donation, and hers is one that's never leaving. So I have to sort through, and I have to decorate for you. It's for entertainment purposes only, but please make it so. And then we had another lovely gentleman who was leaving his donations with music. And I want to say that was spectacular, because the other day when we were cleaning in the kitchen and we put out a Bible, I was not raised religious, but I do love Christmas music and I love Christmas. And I was thinking of, "Oh, come all ye faithful." I don't even know if that's the title of the song. But I was singing it in my head and out loud, just the little verses I could remember. And it was very special to the kitchen. And as soon as we got home, we wanted to listen to Amy Grant. Amy Grant Christmas album. But it was because we found out that when they hear music, they can record it and play it again. And I couldn't even tell our group that today, because I'm still shadowing Ted. And I actually really want to know everything about the history. And I want to keep Ted safe, and I want to keep anyone who does a tour safe. So, I'm like secretly in the background telling everyone to like not mess with you. So if you see me act weird, I'm not weird. I'm like just making sure nobody messes with you. Yeah, right. If you come in and you take a tour there, and you are any type of sensitive, I'm actually talking about someone that has good intention. Intention is just like, I am here in peace. And I care. So that's your intention. And somebody like that in a space that is as active as we are here in Winchester and many more active spaces, you are going to be inhabited, but not in such a creep way. So don't worry, you will integrate, but they will show you things. You will get like, did I just see that? I'm pretty sure. You will get that. You are going to get that. This is an extreme place of activity. I do hope after you leave you feel okay, because when you do get in there, you will feel a lot of bodily sensations. But anyone that is a good person, I'm really asking and requesting that does not stick with them there. I don't feel, I'm at the mansion right now, I'm actually sitting on the porch, thank goodness, but if I was inside of the asylum in some of those rooms, I would still feel that way right now, so thank goodness I'm in a location where I can get fresh air. So It's really cool if you do come into the locations to just do like an honest walkthrough, because I don't know what they mean by like mini hunt stuff. I haven't learned enough yet about their business practices, because I'm just here to clean and restore, and then hopefully more. But if you do come into that location, you should definitely bring your cell phone, your camera, turn on the just record and just try to listen, because I guarantee you're probably going to pick up something that you didn't hear while you were here. You could probably bring in equipment, but I would definitely suggest you go with somebody who is highly sensitive, because they surround that person, and it's a lot easier to pick up recordings through a person who is extremely sensitive. Many of you are not sensitive, and we understand that you're passionate about recording information, but you were not chosen to record that information. A lot of people are. That's actually really cool. But you do have to have the time and space and some peacefulness to record that information. If you go in with a group that are not morally sound, then you're not going to pick up on what you should pick up on. And also you're going to be in danger and in trouble, because they don't understand why you would associate yourselves with certain types of people. So even if your consciousness was like a ding on their radar, it's like, I think I could trust this person, perhaps, but they're with other people, then all of a sudden you're a canceled out fool. And we don't want that for anyone that's a real sensitive, that's actually here for well-being. Please don't do holy water strange stuff. We're only telling you you're feeding into that more. You're actually only hurting yourself. And we're worried about some of the really good ones who are sick, who are having nightmares, who are not supposed to be casting out, doing strange things. Like, please don't do that. When I am in the asylum, or when I'm here in the mansion, or when I'm actually in any space, I don't tell you guys this, but I stand in certain locations and I am aware of certain things, and I gravitate towards certain people because I actually want to keep them safe. I can tell you that everyone that came into the asylum when I was there today for our 12 o'clock tour, totally solid and sound of mind, and I do hope they experience something creepy when they go home, but I really don't think they would, because they were totally solid, and I was there, and Ty was there. And then they had, who? I had exactly. A queen. But also the rest of you guys were cool too, so don't worry. Seriously. I know, I would almost hope it's like, we could have a really cool deal where they live in Kokomo. I'm not going to mention their names, but if they came back, be sweet to just let them like walk around for the second version, where they just get to record. You can say like hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I could match whatever time we did our tour. You could just like go around and have your cell phone, just be quiet and see if you actually capture anything on your film. So that's really cool. They weren't even trying to do like creepy ghosty, like come overhead, move the ball. That's the stuff that annoys the fuck out of us. Yeah. But if they were just in there walking around, saying their own words, their own piece, just whatevs. People like that, like, I guarantee you those were. They're not coming in here, they're going to bring out their Bible and do, like, weird chants on your ass. They might try to be like, is there something you want to say? Or, like, cool, like, oh, would you use this for? Like, something sweet like that. But, like, they wouldn't be like that. So, we just appreciated them. I thought it went great. And you could talk about that property for days. It'd seriously be sweet if you could stay for the weekend at the bed and breakfast, and then you could sign up for different tours. Like, hey, I'll be here all day. At 8 a.m, we're going to talk about the farm. Meet you outside. Noon, it's lunchtime, but it's also laundry time, so you just choose. 5 o'clock, it's a surprise. 9 o'clock, it's story hour at the bonfire, and just be prepared. You have no idea, but it can actually be super sweet. You bring your film crews. That's why anyone that's legit, has nothing to be afraid of. If you're like, make sure I'm in here and there's no video cameras in here, right? And nobody can hear and no one's coming in, right? You're scare us. That's on you. Just follow the rules and we'll cleanse your room when you get out of there. And like, thank you for taking some trash with you. Sorry, we're just very passionate about this. And we know that some people were taken care of to the best of their ability while they were alive. Thank you for clearing that up again. We also know that there were many that were not. And some people who come to a location that is as active as this realize that you're talking about an extreme amount. So you can't just say that there's one story. You look really stupid for doing so. No offense. But also, we learned about some really cool characters today, and they weren't characters, they were real people who really lived and died there. It's very important that you remember real history. That's why we love Ted. And so I'm going to continue to scour the town and hopefully give interviews and do all that cool shit. Because I'm not here to offend anyone. I just want to know about your experience. I know I'm still putting your names together. But each time I do get to talk to Ted, a proper historian who tells me about people who existed here, a piece of them is recovered. And then when we get to their room, we can actually have photos of the ones who lived and died in that room. And then we can have another area in here where I can talk about the ones that are not recognized because there's no record of them. Everybody gets recognized, not everyone, but enough so you can understand that there were many levels of treatment and existence and safety because it's a shelter. It's actually true. Like for me today, I am safe here because I have shelter. So that's just one. We don't know what's going to happen under the shelter, but I have shelter, so that's a start. So I am aware that not everybody was tortured here, and some people were like, just thank you. Like, just thank you, though. So we totally get that. Anyways, I don't like to make these too heavy. It's almost 20 minutes, and I don't even know what we talked about. I know we talked about a sweet fam that came in today. Fam and friends. I don't know if they're all related. It doesn't matter. We have a great tour guide, and I'm training, I'm learning. There's so much to say. Like, you could go on forever. Especially, you could stay there for a week and go to the same little tour and get a different story each day because a new person wants to come up and talk through you. That's how extreme it is. Especially if you wanted to have reenactments, travel them down to Gettysburg and all around town. Like, we found a cool little spot where we know that the horses went and the road is different now, but we know that this is a really sweet town. What's Frankenmuth? Yes, we know about Mackinac, but we used to vacation sometimes. We went camping when I was a kid, and Frankenmuth is so sweet. This would be like that, but not. It's Winchester. I get it, but it's like every single place is a landmine, and you got to think about like your home business. Wouldn't that be so sweet? Where's the insurance in this town? That's just a question. I honestly don't know. I'm just curious. I need to visit city council, but since I'm homeless it's really hard to get like a good shower and put on my dress clothes. I only have one pair of business pants right now. Like at my house, A100 Thorwell Drive, I have really nice things that I've accumulated over time, and they really matter because I worked really hard. It's not an extreme amount, but it's a lot. It's enough to work every day and have a different outfit-ish, like within the month. Because I mix and match, so, nobody knows. Either way, I still really like it here. Some of you have really bad evil eye on me, and others of you are unsure of me, and others of you hopefully secretly cool on me. We just haven't talked yet. But thank you to the really cool, fabulous four who I got to do a tour with today. And it's my second tour because I did another one before, and they were also equally sweet. Sweet AF. It was a whole fan. Yeah. I hope they had an okay experience. And I don't know anything about the Save the Old Properties page yet or anything, because I don't have access to do so. But it'd be really cool to see anyone that came to the property and what they experienced. It'd be really cool. And then to give them a shout out and like a thank you for being here, and just share with anyone else what somebody captured, if they want to. It's your own stuff if you want to. But either way. Okay, cool. I gotta go. Bye.